Cheers, hello, it's Anne Alexon here. I've got my chai in my mum mug. I've got myself, and I'm ready to have a conversation with you for a period of time. We've probably got about half an hour or a little bit more. And I just wanted to open up a conversation about healing, about healing modalities, about emotional healing, physical healing, whatever kind of healing we end up talking about. It's a conversation between us. So if you have any questions or if you want to talk about anything in particular when it comes to healing, I'd love to hear about it. What prompted this for me is that I am, as many of us are right now, we're releasing so much. We're really stepping into our next level and stepping up to what's next for all of us, but also for humanity, for the planet, for everything. Thanks so much for giving me hearts, letting me know you're here, saying hello, all of those wonderful things, and also for being a quiet watcher. Beautiful to see you. Hi, Patty Ann. So the whole point is just to have a conversation about healing. The reason, as I was just saying, that what prompted me to want to have this conversation today is that I'm actually releasing a lot of things, not just internal energy, shadow, all of those sorts of things, but also you might have noticed I've got this beautiful backdrop behind me. And you might have also noticed that some of my branding is starting to change. I've now got this backdrop on some images and things like that. What's happening is that I'm stepping up into my next level in my business, and also, more importantly, in the work that I do in the world. The power of it, the quickness of it, all of these sorts of things have changed, as they do for everybody as we go through these I want to call them awakenings. So, you know, the awakening to the next level. And as part of that, I've been going through all of the healing modalities that I've worked with over the years. Now, the healing modalities that I've worked with aren't your traditional healing modalities. I've always just simply worked with the things that I've been taught by All That Is, by the highly evolved non-physical stream of consciousness group that teach me everything, that talked to me the day that I had one of my greatest awakenings, and that have been present throughout my entire life. Mostly I wasn't aware of it, and then I became aware of it, and they started teaching me, started guiding me, have brought through so many teachings, have worked with so many beautiful clients. And of course, we're going to continue that work. But with the rebrand has come some letting go of ways that I used to do some work. So I'm lightening up, essentially, releasing all of the old ways that I used to work. And so a couple of weeks ago, I let go of about 3 different programs. And the way that I did that, the way that I like to do it, is to offer them a last hurrah. So offer them at a cheap price to get them out the door, and then I unattach from them in my business, certainly not for the people who are using them. And then that's the end of it for me. I'm then free to start receiving clients who are ready for what is coming through at the next level. And so as a consequence of that, just like for you guys, what often happens is that clients I will find myself moving away from certain clients, or clients moving away from me to leave room for clients who are at that next level ready to go. Much like it happens in your personal life when you're having an up level and you lose friends or your friends seem to not be comfortable with you anymore, or you can't be around your friends anymore because they're so negative, all of these sorts of things. The same thing happens for me in my business, and for you, I'm sure, whether you're aware of it or not. So that's what's been happening for me. And so I've spent this morning really having a good look at the last 10 years. Wow, 10 years. 10 years at some processes that I've used throughout those years. The 1 minute miracle process that I used to use. I've even decided to release the ABC brain retrain process. I'm sure it will come up in private sessions and things, and I'll still be sharing it, but I'm letting it go as something that I'm moving forward with. There was a money breakthrough plan, an abundant money flow process that I do. There is, even more importantly, it's a huge program that I call the higher self process for self-healing. So I've been looking at all of those things today and looking at all these different healing things, and that made me think, you know what, I'd like to have a conversation about healing. So that's why we're here. More importantly, I want to invite you to ask me anything about healing that you want to ask. Ask me anything about really anything that you want to ask. Obviously, I'm not doing readings at this point, but of course, it's kind of natural to do them anyway. So I want to open a conversation about healing, about where are we at in our healing journeys? Where do we feel we're at? Where do we feel that we still need more healing? Where do we feel like we need someone else to heal us? And all of these sorts of things. So that's why I wanted to invite you to this conversation. For me, I've moved into a place where, in fact, I've always been in a place where I've always trusted and relied on my non-physical aspects. That's what I sometimes call all that is, because I'm the physical manifestation of all that is, just as you are. So I've always relied on those non-physical aspects, or my guidance group, to help me with my healing. And so I find for myself that unlike many, many people, my healing happens very, very quickly, and it happens very subtly. And it also happens, okay, so you know, the law of attraction, which I refer to sometimes, where they say you ask the universe for what you want, the universe will get it ready for you, and then you receive it. So you've got to open to receive. When it comes to healing, for me, and the way that I experience healing, and the way that I teach people to experience healing, is that it's absolutely true. The law of attraction is absolute truth. Perhaps differently than what we know it, but it is truth. When you ask the universe or your non-physical aspects for healing, the answer is always yes. Yes, and they come, if there's such a thing as they, all the energy of your non-physical aspects comes together with you to provide that healing for you. And then it's your job to receive that as the human component, your job to receive that healing. So if every time I ask for healing, the universe gives it to me, so to speak, my non-physical aspects, or the greater me gives it to me, because why wouldn't I give myself something I want if I truly love myself? Then the healing's done, isn't it? The problem is that our brain can't get that. It can't figure that out. It can't see that that's happened. And our brain is very, very strong in that it has certain beliefs. It has certain conditions on things like healing, that it has to take this long, or that it has to follow a process, or that it has to do, has to be done by someone outside of us, all of those sorts of things. So what I'm talking about here is transcending those sorts of beliefs. So sorry, I got distracted by Karina's question. I'm going to come back to you, Karina, in just a moment. So this is what I want to have a conversation about, right? I want to have a conversation about what we believe about healing, what we believe it takes for us to heal, how far we've come on our healing journey. And of course, I'm speaking about emotional healing. I'm speaking about belief healing. I'm speaking about healing of blocks, the whole shebang, right? There's nothing that doesn't belong in this. Healing for me simply means becoming who I truly am. So let's talk about that. But Karina, I'd love to answer your question. So, Karina, sorry, I'll just have a little sip of my chai and my mum cup because I'm a good mum, apparently. Okay, so Karina has said, how come I can sometimes heal myself, but never my kids? That's an interesting question, isn't it, Karina? And the thing that comes to me as you ask that question and as I read it and as I see it is that, okay. So, Karina, you actually, we all have the ability to heal ourselves. We all have an inner healer, and we also have the ability for that inner healer to heal other people, certainly people who are very close to us. We can do that even simply through our presence, right? So, Karina, what I can see here for you right now, what I'm seeing coming through with the images that I'm having is that you are healing your children, right? You are healing your children. The thing is that once someone's had a healing, whether they know it or not, they have the opportunity in the next instant to pick up the thing that they've just released. So in any kind of release situation, I used to have clients come into this office actually and have healing sessions, and the guides would say to them, now, right now, there's nothing going wrong. You are absolutely perfect. You're fully who you are. You're in the light, all of those sorts of things. All of the stuff we just released from you is on the floor. You get to choose to pick it up when you leave or to leave it behind. And then tomorrow morning, when you get out of bed, all of that stuff that you left behind here is going to be under your bed, and you get to choose whether you pick it up and take it with you. Right? And of course, we used to say, if you notice that you've picked it up, if at some point during the day you notice that you accidentally picked it up, you just simply take a breath and let it drop again. Now, the reason I'm telling you that fun little story is to say to you that your children, you are more than capable of healing your children. The problem is that the minute that you're done, your child doesn't have the faith in you that you have. The child doesn't believe in you as a healer. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but what I'm saying is that they don't believe they can be healed that easily. So the healing's done, and then they get up and walk away, and they still think they've got the disease, so they actually bring it back in, right? We create what we think. So I hope that made sense, but that's what I'm seeing play out for you, Karina, is that there's not that belief that healing is possible, or even perhaps just that it can happen like that. So change the belief. Not you, your children. Change the belief in your children. Allow them to see that it's actually possible and probable that you can heal, you as in anybody, can heal from anything as quickly as they wish to. All right? And Michelle, okay, you answered Karina's, or you've responded to Karina. Great question. I spent 7 years plus healing my parents. Nothing changed, got worse. But my daughter does receive my healing. She feels whatever I worked on with clients or self, my son's not sure. That's exactly what we're talking about. That's right. Ali, the healing you did for me yesterday had almost instant effect. Oh, feeling astoundingly different today. Thank you again. And of course, Ali is one of my beautiful clients, and she's not been well. So in a session yesterday, it was actually a group coaching thing. So it just took a matter of minutes for me to do the clearing and work with her. So that's evidence that it can happen very quickly. I'm not just saying, me, I'm a good healer, I can heal quickly, blah, blah, blah. We all can. We all can. I never talk about myself as being any different than anybody else, because I'm not. We are all the same. We all have the same abilities. We all can do everything that we need to do. Most of us just don't believe it. Hello, Jenny. Lovely to see you. Love you. Dalek, hello. Karina, I hope that made sense. Okay, I'm not really doing insights, unfortunately, or guidance, but you know, we might later. We're just having a conversation about healing while I have a cup of chai. Hope you guys have got a drink with you. So let me continue on. Nice comments about my backdrop are very, very welcome. So for those who are joining late, my name's Anne Alex and I'm a transformational speaker, author and a channel. And I'm going through a rebranding at the moment because, you know, all of the eclipse stuff that's happening at the moment, we're in the, there's three, I don't even know how, 3 eclipses, you know, we're in the sandwich of the eclipses. So much happening energetically, and I know that everybody is feeling the release of so many things and the stepping into this next level for each and every one of us. As part of that, for me, there's been a total rebrand of my business, and there's also been a release of a whole bunch of things that I used to do, different healing processes that I've used over the years and things like that. So that's what prompted me to want to have a conversation about healing today, because truly we've moved to a new level of healing, not we as in me and the guides that I work with, but humanity has moved to a new level of healing. And if you're here talking to me, if you know me, if we've been in the same circles, then you've obviously moved into that that same next level of healing as well, because you've been doing the inner work, haven't you? Hey, Cassie. Hope you watch the replay. If you don't, all good. You won't miss anything that you were supposed to see. That's how it works. Hi, Glenn. It's lovely to see you again. All right. Yes, Crystal, it is a beautiful backdrop, isn't it? It's my new branding. Thanks, Karina. I really appreciate people responding to my backdrop and my need for you to validate how pretty it is. Thanks so much. Okay, so there aren't any more questions. So if anybody else has any other questions or wants to know anything about the different healings, about their own level of healing, or wants to have a healing of some sort, if you've got something going on at the moment, as Ali was just saying, I actually am known amongst my clients as someone who can create transformation in a matter of minutes. So if anybody wants to deal with anything that's going on with them, honestly, I'm here for you. I'm just sitting here having my chai. I've been thinking about all things healing today, and so oh, that's beautiful, Michelle. I love that. Love that little story. I won't read it out for everyone. I'm sure that people can read that. Yeah, this is the whole thing. This is the thing, isn't it? We've moved into, it's almost like time and space don't exist. Inside joke, right? And healing can happen instantly. It's always been able to, but we're stepping more into knowing that now. And as more and more of us really step into that, know that, believe that, we change the collective belief system as well. So I've got a couple of yes pleases. I'm going to assume that they are with regards to some healing work. So here's what we're going to do. If you've got something going on physically at the moment or emotionally, because I'm really good at emotional healing, that seems to be the thing, because, you know, truth be told, it's all emotional, right? It's stuck emotions. It's emotions that get stuck and not shifted, and they get stuck in your physical body, create problems in your physical body. So if someone's got something that's going on with them that they just want to me to have a look at, I'm happy to do that. Well, Dialect, that makes absolute sense, doesn't it? Because if you're doing if you're doing inner work, if you're doing your inner work and releasing the shadow, so to speak, of whatever the trauma was, wherever you're leaving that empty space, anything that's going on physically in that space is going to come up. Here's what I want you to do, and I want to invite anybody here with us to do it. Okay, we'll just come back to the healing in just a moment, so stick around, okay? I just want to read through what Jenny has said here, because I got distracted. I started to read it. Yes, people do need to have faith. They need to choose whether it does continue to flow for them. Absolutely. Yep. Sit back and let everything unveil itself. You know, Jenny, I've been thinking about faith a lot lately, because I often wonder where I got the level of faith that I have. It doesn't make sense to me from anything that I've lived previously. It doesn't make sense to me that I have such faith in the non-physical, the universe or God or whatever you want to call it. There's no reason that I should have, but I just have come to this place of complete and utter trust that life is happening for me, and therefore it's also happening for whoever I'm around, you, everybody. It's happening. Life is happening for everybody. And I see that play out more and more, and it's just a beautiful thing. So faith is a very important thing. So faith in the belief that you can be healed is so, so important. But it's also super important that the healer has faith in their ability, because there's a lot of healers that don't really have that faith. They see the results, so they know that they can do it, but they don't really, really, really trust that they can. And that's usually down to it's self-trust, because as I always say, you're the physical manifestation of the non-physical. So when we say, hey, universe, can you do this for me? We're actually talking to ourselves. We're asking our higher self, or our greater aspects, or our God self, our soul self, our whatever self you want to call it. And so it's just simply another part of us. So if when we don't have faith in the universe, then it actually comes back to not having faith in ourselves, self-trust, which comes back to always, always, always self-love. Big day yesterday with a lot of clients, and just about every conversation I had for a period of 5 hours back to back ended up being about self-love. So it's really, really big at the moment, really important. Karina, I'll come to you as well when we're doing the healing thing. Okay, so I want to just go back to physical pain that's coming up due to moving doing the inner work, moving inner energy and things like that. Here's what I want everyone to do, or anyone who wants to partake. Please understand that all the work that I do is done through your own asking. So even if I try and I can't give you healing, I can only bring through what your soul and your higher self and you are asking for. So I just wanted to let you know that. Beautiful. Okay, so let me just have some chai. It's actually getting a bit cold now. I'd love to invite anybody who's present who wishes to partake. I can feel some stuff around the heart already, you guys. Lots of heart opening, and there's been a lot of heart opening stuff happening. Certainly for me, lying in bed at night over the last 2 days. So yeah, I can feel a collective heart opening that needs to happen. So we're going to do some work on that. So what I want you to do, if you have physical pain in your body in any place, or if you're having some sort of physical ailment right now, what I want you to do is close your eyes. In case you haven't noticed, I'm sitting here with my eyes closed. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. close your eyes for me. And I just want you to listen to my voice. Lean in and just hear my voice. Forget everything else that's going on around you. Just hear my voice. What we're going to do in this moment is we're going to simply invite all of our non-physical aspects. All of our non-physical aspects. And by that I simply mean your soul, your higher self, your angels, your guides, your guardians, all the way back to the beginning of it all. Just invite all of those parts of you to become present in this moment. You might, I feel as though I've just been surrounded by angels. So there are a lot of angelic beings here today with you guys. Because they're not mine, I don't recognize them. So lots of angelic energy coming in. Someone here has got beautiful angelic DNA. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Anyway, what I want to say is just simply allow yourself to feel supported. Allow yourself to feel supported, to feel lifted, to feel held by your non-physical aspects, or that which you might call the universe, angels, guides, whatever it shows up as for you. It is simply the non-physical aspects of you. You are the physical manifestation of that. You are the physical manifestation of that. You're the one with the body. You're the brave one who came to this planet at this time to be the physical representation of the non-physical. Allow yourself to receive all of that energy that's coming for you, all of that energy that belongs to you that you've pushed away through perhaps not even knowing it was available to you, or more than likely believing that you were less than that. Now, I want you to bring, if you have any physical pain in your body, I want you to bring your attention to where you can feel the physical pain. Just bring your attention there. There's nothing else that you need to do but to bring your attention there. And I want you to notice that right in the center of it, there's a bit that feels way more intense than anywhere else. For some of you, it might feel like a burning black spot, I'm feeling. And others, it might feel like the center of the storm. But there's a bit that feels most intense, and I want you to bring your attention to that. Just hone your attention right into that, as if you could take your eyes and place them there looking at it. Now, I want you to just continue to keep your focus there as long as it needs to be there. If that's been released already, because I can feel that for some of you it has, you don't need to keep your attention there. But if it's still there, I want you to keep your attention exactly where you can feel the pain. And always remember to hone in on the bit that feels most intense, because your non-physical aspects are going to continue working with you as we continue this conversation. Because you're worth it. And we know we sound like a hair commercial or a makeup commercial or whatever it is, but you are worthy of all that you ask for. And every single time you ask for healing, it is given. It's available to you. It's right there. All of your non-physical aspects come rushing at you to deliver what it is that you're asking for, because you deserve it, because you are enough to have it. Now your job is to allow yourself to receive it, and that's all to do with your level of self-trust, self-love, self-respect, self, believing that you are enough. How could you not believe that you are enough when you know that every single time you ask, it is given? Every single time you ask, the answer is yes. Of course. How could you not believe you are enough when that's true? How could you not believe that? Okay, so I'm just going to have a look at the comments. Yes, Ginny, again, it takes that faith and not an expectation of the outcome, of course. It's always, it's a personal experience. You know, I can never even tell people what I'm going to do with them, because I just don't know. Did you, Michelle? That's beautiful. Don't cry. got that angel swish from everywhere. It really did come in very strong, didn't it? How beautiful. So if you did the little healing process then, by the way, I tapped back in and I can feel that. Okay, so you can see my arm moving slightly, but I just want you to breathe and relax. If you've got anything going on with you, if you can feel the energy that's moving around you at the moment, I just want you to relax. We're just doing some more clearing. Just allow yourself to receive if you choose. And of course, you'll receive what is necessary for you. Anything that you don't need, you won't receive. It's not possible in a perfect world, in the world that's happening for you, in life happening for you. You can't get what isn't yours, and you can't miss what is yours. It's just how it is. It's how it is. And we want you to start to believe that. Start to convince yourself of that if you need to. You've got someone with some problems in their neck or throat. Could be thyroid, but it might also just be a flu, a sore throat type thing. So we're just going to do some just doing some clearing on that. Okay. So just let me know how you're feeling, how everything's going. Ali, you could feel one cupping your cheek. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I'm burping now. Energy clearing. So that someone there is having a clearing, of course. Any feedback on the process that we just did, or if you felt anything, or if you received anything, or if you feel a certain way. Also, I want you to let me know if you went through that process with me just then and you still feel something stuck, pop it in the comments right away so we can clear that out for you. If you're feeling ungrounded because of it, just pop that in the comments for me and we'll make sure that everyone's grounded as well. Okay, great. That's beautiful. My neck was where the main pain area was. I presume you mean that it has lessened. So I actually can still feel it. That's the thing. So let's just sit with it for another moment. I can feel all this, what's the word? I feel stress in my neck, in my neck and throat area. So let's just sit with it again. Okay, that feels better now. All right, Tanya, hi. Tell me more about being stuck. Tanya's saying I'm stuck. I'd love to know exactly what you mean. Were you here for the healing that we just did and you got stuck somewhere in the process, or is there something else happening there for you? Just let me know. Tanya, okay, so you've said yup, but I actually asked two different questions, so I'm not quite sure which one you're answering. I'm so sorry. Just pop a couple of words in to let me know what's happening for you, and I'll just tune in as well. Is that you with the throat too? Karina, okay. So, Tanya, if you can pop some more information in the meantime, I'm just going to take a moment with Karina and anybody else who is here for a heart opening, because that's what it feels like. It really is. And by the way, we're right in the energy of this eclipse moon stuff that's going on. And it's a big heart opening one as well. So, Karina, I want you to just kind of breathe through your nose and bring the breath down into your heart space for me. You got some walls up there. Oh. I feel like I want to say to you, Karina, that you know, when we have things that damage our heart, emotionally I'm talking, not physically, when we have pain, you know, like emotion, relationships and family stuff and things that cause pain to our heart, we can sometimes put walls around it and close it up a little bit. But in actual fact, the way to keep your heart the safest it can possibly be is to actually open it as wide as you possibly can. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's when you have a completely open heart, nothing can harm your heart, right? Oh, okay. Okay, let me just, oh, so Tanya, it was neck, okay, because I can still feel it too, right? So I knew it was still there. So let me just check all of the comments because there's quite a few come in. I just want to check on them. And then, Tanya, I'll come back to you. Some of the heart work we just did, you were included in. So, okay, great. Oh, thanks, Darlene. I love my backdrop too. You missed the bit where I said to everyone, tell me how good my backdrop is. Okay, beautiful. So, Tanya, okay, let's go to your neck. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to close your eyes. And again, I want to invite anyone who might have been joining us new. If you've got any physical pain in your body, I just want to invite you to close your eyes. Come into this collective space. We've already started to gather with all of our non-physical aspects. And the minute you joined us, your non-physical aspects also joined you because, well, you're only here because they guided you here. So allow yourself to acknowledge that, to see that your non-physical aspects are all here supporting you. By non-physical aspects, we mean what you might call your spirit guides, your angels, your soul family, your soul, your star family, your guides, your guardians, your God, whatever it is that you experience. And just sit in this space with us. And what I want to invite you to do is, and just follow along. If you have any physical pain or emotional pain in your body, if you can feel emotional blockages of any sort. And Vicky, for you, what I want you to do, sorry, Tanya, for you, what I want you to do is bring all of your attention to wherever you can feel that pain in your neck. I just want you to bring your attention to your neck. And everybody else, just take your attention to wherever you can feel any pain, whether it's a physical or an emotional or a blockage kind of pain. It doesn't matter. Just anything that feels uncomfortable in your body. Bring all of your attention there for me. So, Tanya, bring your attention fully to your neck for me. I can feel it releasing already because we started to do that work before. I want you to just bring your full attention to wherever you can feel it. Just bring your full attention to it and hone in on the bit that feels most intense. Now for you, it feels like almost like there's a muscle in your neck that is so tight. It's that pinched muscle feeling, if you know what I mean. I don't even know if that's such a thing. It feels like your muscle's being twisted. And I don't even know if it's your muscle, but that's the feeling that I'm getting is so I just want you to bring your attention to it, the bit that feels most like someone's grabbed a handful of it and is pinching it. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Just bring your attention there for me. Keep your attention there. By that, what I mean is imagine if you could take your eyes out and just put them down there and be looking inside your body at the bit that feels most intense. There's nothing else that you need to do but keep your attention there for me. And anybody else is doing it, just keep your attention wherever your attention needs to be, wherever you're feeling the most pain. Just keep your attention there. You'll notice it's dissipating. So for some of you, it might be gone completely. Well, we're still working on this neck. And again, it feels like there's more than one person that's having thyroid neck, stress, shoulder. This whole area I'm feeling there's a lot of it. So Tanya, let me know how you're feeling, okay? Hi Crystal, says wowzers, that's great. I'm not sure what that's about, and I'm kind of out of it at the moment. So before we go, and if I forget, remind me, we want to do a grounding. Fiona, right? The healing felt good. I still feel a bit off. I'm not sure if I'm feeling a touch of depression coming on or what it is. I have a lot to be happy and excited about at the moment, which I am. I'm just feeling physically run down. For some reason, for someone, I'm thinking, who's the someone? But it's for some reason. I'll be honest with you, Fiona, what I can feel right now is that you're simply being affected by what's happening in the energy field at the moment. Not this collective energy field that we've created, but the wider energy field. There's a lot of angst around at the moment. There's a lot of depression around at the moment. It's all the moon and the eclipses. More importantly, we've really stepped now into this momentum that's going to carry us into January, February 2020. Okay? Very important time of next year. But we've just now stepped into the momentum energy to head towards it. Now, I feel like there's some angst for you because you there's some part of you, and let's call it your inner being. Our friend Abraham uses that expression. There's that inner part of you is so excited about what they can see up ahead. And because you, the human part, can't see what's up ahead, you might have an idea, but you haven't yet seen it. So there's just this disparity between, it's actually excitement. It feels like excitement to me. But again, you're very open and you're tapping into the collective energy that's around this moon energy. You know, whenever there's moon changes, for those of us who are sensitive, we absolutely tap into that. So I'm telling you that to say to you, it's okay. It's absolutely okay. It's not you. Accept that. Just say, oh, it's not me. It's just part of what's going on in the world. Okay, I can get on with it now. Right? Okay, beautiful. Oh, Tanya, thank you for sharing in your group. I love that. I really appreciate it. Well, thanks, Darlene. Yep, it was synchronicity that I came across your session today. Well, of course it was. It's not synchronicity. Well, I guess that's the word that we can use for it. But it's actually your higher self showing you or taking you to where your answer is, because you've obviously asked for some healing today. And I've said, hey, I'm available to do some healing. So universe, flow through me to serve someone. And so you are those someones, right? That's how it works. Oh my God, it's just so easy, right? It's so easy. Beautiful. Okay, thank you, Tanya. I'm glad you're a lot better. That's beautiful. Tanya, we've been doing the heart opening. It's happening as we're having the entire conversation. It won't stop because it's not about me being here in front of you. It's about you allowing yourself to receive that. It's already been given, okay? Thanks, Fiona. Interesting. I'm glad it was interesting. And feeling extra sensitive. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Okay, I think I'm ready to do some grounding for everyone. And then if anyone has any last grounded questions, I would love to respond to those. I don't want to go out into the ethers again at this point because what I want to do is I want to ask everyone who's still present, who's taken part in any of the healing, to simply close your eyes and do one thing for me. I want you to start at the top of your head, and I want you to, I'm using my hand, but you can just use your imagination, which, by the way, is the gateway to your superconscious mind or your super self. Just scan down from the top of your head all the way down through your entire body. We're just stopping at the throat because I can still feel something happening there with someone. Okay, that's better. Let's keep moving all the way down your body. If you feel any blockages, just acknowledge them, notice them, let them know that it's safe for them to be gone, to be released. Just allow yourself to release anything that comes up as you're doing it. But I want you to just kind of scan down your whole body, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, 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 into your feet, into your feet. You might feel some tingles in your feet, in your toes, or heaviness in your feet. We just want to allow ourselves to ground back into the reality of 2019 as a human being on planet Earth. What an interesting way for me to put that, a way that I've never put it before. Okay, so I now feel a lot more grounded, and I'd love to answer any other questions that you have. And Aisha, joining now. Lucia, you've just joined. I'm so sorry you've missed us because we're finishing up. I just grounded everyone. We've done a little bit of healing. Did your neck again? Yeah. Okay. And look, I can still feel it. Okay. So whatever's going on in the neck area, it feels like there's more than one person having some neck problems. And by neck, I mean anything in this area. Oh, look at my neck. Look at the color. Oh, my shirts. Look at my poor neck. See the work that's been going on your behalf. And of course, I'm very warm. So that's just to say that I can still feel that there's some neck stuff, some throat, some neck, some thyroid, out to the shoulders, not so much anymore. So here's what I want you to know. The work's going to keep happening as long as you allow yourself to receive it, okay? It's not happening for me. It doesn't need my presence. All I've done is facilitate that reconnection for you with your non-physical aspects who are there doing the healing for you, okay? I really want you to get that. I keep going on about it. Now, here's the thing, just a funny little aside. When I first started doing my business, and I used to say to people, it's not me doing anything, I'm just facilitating blah, blah, blah. I had coaches from all sorts of places around the world. I've had more than one coach in the States, a couple in the UK, many in Australia over the 10, 12 years that I've been doing my business. Every single one of them would be telling me right now, as they did then, stop telling people that, because they felt it weakened my position. And you know what? I really don't give a fuck. Excuse my French. And I apologise for the one person there that really was offended by that word. I'm so sorry. But that's how it wanted to be expressed. I really do not care. I really want you to understand that this is you doing this through me. You're creating this for yourself. You are the creator of your reality. You are the healer that you're asking for, that you're waiting for. You're the messenger that you're waiting for. You're the message that you're waiting for. And your job is to be the change that you came here to be. And so I really don't care that every single coach, business coach, money coach would tell me to stop telling you that it's not me, because that's the truth. And I don't need to be the one sitting here saying it's all me. Neither do you. And I know that you know that, right? We're different. And you need to own that. You need to own that. You've got neck too. Hey, great. Okay, beautiful. Crystal, I've been in a lot of physical pain and feel some relief through that process. When you said to call in the non-physical, I felt the biggest whoosh. It was so huge, wasn't it, Crystal? It was so beautiful. I loved it. Michelle, absolutely, undoubtedly. I am very well looked after. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, hello, gorgeous Karen. Background. You missed it earlier, Karen. I actually said to everyone on the call, tell me how wonderful my background is, right? Oh dear, I'm funny. I amuse myself. I hope I've amused you as well. And I also hope that I've created some transformation for you. More importantly, I hope that you feel empowered. I hope that you feel and know how powerful you are, because that's what I'm here to do, right? To show you that, to encourage you to be that, to have you step into that power. That's the most important thing, okay? I actually feel very emotional. I feel like someone obviously in this space is feeling a lot of emotion at the moment because they're hearing truth that they have not admitted to themselves, or that they think, but they've never heard anyone express it to them in that way. They've found their power, right? Because when it's truth, it's emotional. And I am done, right? I need to stop and have some water. And this has been absolutely so much fun, but I've actually got about a half a day of work still to go before I finish up for the night. So thank you so much for joining me. I am so, so grateful, because I can't do what I do if you're not asking the universe to serve you in some way. Okay? I can't do what I do if you're not here pulling it through me, drawing it through me. So, and let me tell you, it is the greatest joy of my life. My whole body is abuzz with joy, happiness, love, and thank you so much for that gift that you give me every time that you allow me to speak to you. Thank you. I love you so much. Bye. Oh, missed a whole lot of comments. I better check that. Okay. Bye. I'm going now.